Are you training for fat loss or are you training for fitness? Now it's very, very important for you to have a clear, definite goal in what you're trying to achieve when you're training. If you're trying to lose weight, the training might involve volume training. Low intensity, but volume. You want to burn the lower calories and keep your heart rate a little bit lower. But now, if you're training for fitness, your calories shouldn't really play a part. You shouldn't really care how many calories you burn or don't burn, but you want your heart rate to get high as possible, high to the red zone as possible. Training session should be based on intensity, not volume. So an example of a cardiovascular exercise that may help you train for fat loss would be going for a long incline walk uphill. Your heart rate won't go too high, it will be a lot of volume but low intensity. And you might do that training session for 1 hour. But an example of training for fitness, we're going on the treadmill and do interval bursts, sprint, rest, or sprint, low intensity, high intensity, low intensity. In the overall session, you might burn less calories, but the point of that training session is to push your heart rate and your cardiovascular system to its limits. You're trying to push your body to its limits so it has to adapt and become stronger and stronger. Whereas in weight loss, your limits don't matter. So when you're training for a boxing bout, you need to make sure your weight is on point, because your weight being on point means your training can be purely based on explosiveness, speed, sharpness, reflexes, and these are all things that aren't going to be worked on when you're training in volume and you're training for weight loss or fat loss.